What is it doing, though? What's the purpose of it?
This week, Rangan will attempt to help two families struggling with very different relationships with
It's
food.
really hard.
First is the Phillips family from North London.
What, like this?
50-year-old mum Rebecca works part-time in a cafe.
That's how I dance.
42-year-old dad Mark works in retail. And their sports-mad 11-year-old son Kiki is still at primary school.
The first sport that I actually done was mixed martial arts. And the second sport that I done was football. And then it was basketball. I think I'm good.
Kiki is a very active child who's been overweight his whole life. His GP and his family have tried him on various diets, but nothing has worked.
You've done that really well.
He is active, and I can't understand how he hasn't lost the weight. But as he's developing, he's realising that he's a big kid. His body's different. I want him to feel confident in himself, so if we can get him sorted right now, that would be fabulous.
For the next 2 months, Rangan will try to find the cause and cure for Kiki's obesity.
Hello.
Hello, hi.
How are you doing? Hello.
Today, he's meeting Mark, Rebecca and Kiki, as well as Kiki's 22-year-old brother, Cesar.
You've come to sort out our ailments.
I've come to certainly try and sort out your ailments. It depends what the ailments are, I guess. Kiki?
Okay. So with me, it's my weight. I was like this since I was a baby, and all of a sudden, I'm trying to lose the weight, but it seems like I'm just gaining more weight. And it's really frustrating because I'm scared that when I'm in high school, I may get bullied for how I look and my weight. So if I could lose quite a lot of the weight, I'll be so happy. So then I may not get bullied about my weight and how I look. I may get bullied about other reasons. But at least, no, I'm just saying. But at least the other reason will be because I'm smart, or how I dress. Because they may be jealous.
Okay, have you been bullied so far because of your weight?
Yeah, I want to say no, but yeah.
Kiki's now self-conscious about changing when he's at school because he has a bit of a belly. Being told that he's a fat kid isn't the nicest thing, and kids nowadays aren't too nice with their insults.
Kids in general.
Yeah.
Right. Who next,
But
Kiki?
it's not just Kiki who's battling health issues in this family.
I have missed time off work due to a bad back, or I've gone to work with a bad back to the point that I've had to go home or go to the hospital because the pain's been that bad.
You've had to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
From work because the pain's been that bad?
Of course, obviously I've got a family to look after. I go to work anyway, and there's been odd times where my back's been so bad. I'm laying down in the office, and if I hear customers coming, I'll roll up, serve a customer, wait until they're gone, and I'd roll back down onto the floor until the next time.
Mark's back pain means he's losing days at work, and it's affecting the family's financial situation.
I don't know nothing else apart from working, and financially I still can't meet that demand of trying to look after my family.
It's fine, Polly.
And pisses me off, pardon my French, but it pisses me off. Get them well, and if you could get me partially healthy afterwards, that's fine, but...
As you keep reminding us, you're the head of the family. So if you're not right, then we're not right.
Okay, just stand in front of me. Look.
Rangan begins to investigate the cause of Mark's back pain by looking at the position of his feet.
The important thing for me is that it's not symmetrical.
Yeah.
If they're not symmetrical, it's not going to be symmetrical further up. Does that seem reasonable? Mm-hmm. Is it okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
He then wants to look for any clues in their blood and test their saliva
Basically, it's a spit test.
as part of a thorough examination.
It's 98/65, which is well within what I would regard as normal.
Okay.
So no need to be concerned about that at all. All the way around.
But for Kiki, the most important thing is to measure his weight.
So your weight is 70.4 kilos. It's about 11 stone 1.
That's how much I weigh. That's
That's
a
not good,
lot.
Keys. That's really heavy for your age.
His BMI was 33.
What? No, that's not good, babes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah? You know what the good thing is? The good thing is now that I'm coming in, I'm hearing what's going on, I've got a baseline measurement, now I've got something to work with and something to help you guys with. You okay?
Yes.
Yeah? I was shocked. I actually was wondering, is that scale right? Because, you know, an 11-year-old kid being over 11 stone. And if we don't get on top of this now, he's going to be an overweight adult and he's going to have all the health problems that is associated with that.
It's dinner time, and it's the first chance for Rangan to see for himself exactly what Kiki's diet is like.
Is this a typical meal?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Great. Tasty and healthy.
Thank you. This is why I don't understand why Kiki is so overweight. If we're having our 5 a day,
Yeah.
and some, how does that work?
With no real clues coming from his diet at home,
Right, is that bedtime?
Rangan is keen to see what Kiki eats at school, away from Mum's watchful eye.
I've come to Kiki's school to get an idea of what he actually does at lunchtime, because he spends a lot of time here at school, he's having 5 meals a week here at school. If his friends are having sweet things, if his friends are having fizzy drinks, and I tell him not to have it, it's pretty hard for an 11-year-old, I think. So I need to really tread carefully, I think. Hey Kiki, how you doing? Good to see you. Are you all right?
Yes.
Good. Very, very nice to see you again. Are you going here? Okay. You brought your lunch with you?
Yes.
Can I sit with you guys? Is that all right? What have you got with you today, Kiki?
I got plum, chicken, and rice.
Plum chicken, rice and
Peas.
peas. Okay. What do you have to drink?
Usually I have water from the water fountain.
Okay. Do you ever bring anything else? No. Okay, so you had some cereal at 7:30, and it's 1:20 now, and you didn't eat anything in the morning. Were you hungry in the morning?
No, not really.
No. So wow, so it's a good 5.5 hours you didn't eat for. You didn't feel that hungry. Okay.
Oh, and Kiki, he is my favourite. He always comes and says hello to me.
Does he? He's a nice.
He used to be on school dinners.
What would Kiki eat before?
Everything. He was a big fan of vegetables. Yeah, he always ate he often went for the vegetarian option.
What do the kids? What do they drink here? Is it water? Is it
It's
juice?
milk or water. They have a choice of milk or water.
But with the kids on packed lunch, they can bring what they want.
They're allowed to have a fruit juice or a milk, as long as it's not high in sugar, nothing fizzy or no glass bottles, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
After a day at school, Rangan has drawn a blank. Kiki isn't a secret snacker and isn't gorging on sweets or fizzy drinks.
His diet is frankly, it's not that bad. From what I've seen, it's actually looking pretty good. And it may not actually be his fault. There's kids who eat that way and they're stick thin, no problem at all. But for Kiki, for some reason, he's not. And that's really, really hard.
A few days later, Kiki's blood test results are back, and they've given Rangan even more to worry about.
Can I sit there so you can see them? So we did an insulin level with Kiki. You really want it under 15. Some people say ideally under 6. Kiki's insulin is 32.6.
That's high.
It's not just high, it's through the roof high. Okay? I don't tend to see them that high. Really, this is the sort of thing that unless we get on top of, at some point,
It'd be diabetic.
can go to type 2 diabetes. I'm not saying that lightly, I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just trying to be
you
upfront.
See the results.
You see the result.
See it.
Are you a bit shocked by that?
Yes.
I'm actually really worried about Kiki. He's got a condition called insulin resistance. Now, Kiki's body is needing about 3 to 4 times the amount of insulin as a regular kid's body would need just to keep his blood sugar under control. But I don't think that's the whole story here. There's many different causes of insulin resistance. Poor sleep, stress, problem inside your guts. There's so many different things. I need to keep looking for the root cause.
Because I think that's where the key to Kiki's obesity lies.
In the meantime, Rangan puts Kiki on a strict elimination diet.
No, my bread.
No, white bread raises your blood sugar significantly.
The diet is not about restricting calories. It pinpoints food that Kiki might be sensitive or allergic to.
But the good news is there's plenty of great, yummy foods that you can eat. Meat and fish that look like meat and fish.
Yeah.
Fruit and veg that looks like fruit and veg. Yeah. Nuts that look like nuts. Eggs that look like eggs.
So for Kiki and the family, staple foods like bread and pasta are off the list.
It's essential that we get you sorted. You just got to make a conscious effort. And you know, if you pinky promise, that's a bond that can't be broken. Come on, pinky promise. Yeah? Okay.
Kiki's insulin result, his blood sugar result, it's really worrying. I think, the softly approach is not going to work anymore. They need to really go hard at it. But there's still a big part of this picture that I'm missing. What is actually driving Kiki's insulin resistance? I don't know yet, but I need to figure it out.
Have you got keys to get back in?
With Kiki's diet plan underway, Rangan travels to meet his next family, the Garretts from the Wirral. 44-year-old care home worker Lisa and her partner Adam have called in the doctor to help with their daughter Hoshi's eating disorder.
I'm 16 now and I still eat like I'm a 5-year-old. I'm scared of trying new foods.
Do you not even like any egg, scrambled egg, poached?
No, just don't want it.
When was the last time you even tried egg?
I'm not sure if I've tried it or not, but I wouldn't want to.
Hoshi's mum began noticing her unusual eating habits when she started school.
Half the things you're saying now you don't like, you don't even know why. It rules your life, Hosh. It rules ours.
Can I have grilled cheese sandwich, please? Yeah. Without the salad? Yeah. I do want to change, and I do want to change for the better, because I know I can't carry on the way I'm carrying on. With this inside me all the time, it's not healthy.
Good morning.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, come on in.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Dr Chatterjee. Nice to meet you.
I'm Lisa. Morning, Hosh.
Hey, how you doing? Hi, I'm Rangan. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
And what would you know? Is it breakfast time for you? Is it what you guys...
Yeah, I'm dying for breakfast.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I want my shake.
Is this a special diet or is it...
Yeah, I'm quite obsessed with weight. So then I think, if I have this of a morning, I'm not eating like a bacon butty, which could add to the ballooning feeling, and mentally I think I've done something quite good. And that's breakfast. Hoshi doesn't have breakfast at all. We tend just to let Hoshi have Hoshi food, we call it, what she likes.
I'd love to know what...
Hoshi food is?
Yeah. Hoshi's list. So the last 2 weeks, what have you eaten?
Chicken.
Chicken. What kinds of chicken would you have?
Like plain chicken that's not been seasoned or has like stuffing in it.
Yeah.
Bread.
Bread.
Crisps. Chocolate.
Or chocolate, or specific chocolates again?
Like chocolate that doesn't have stuff in it, it'd be like plain chocolate. Duck. Ham sandwiches.
Ham sandwich, okay.
Sausage rolls.
Sausage roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 7 things. So you're just having them over and over again, really, aren't you?
Just because they're safe and boring.
And it is quite stark, because I probably had more than 7 foods in one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Having seen Lisa's breakfast and investigated Hoshi's diet, Rangan brings the whole family together to talk about food.
I'll tell you what, why don't you just tell me what you feel I should know about, and then I'll sort of add in what I need to.
Issues with food probably started when I was much younger, before having Hoshi. Just a girl growing up thinking I should be a certain size, and I was bulimic for a while. And it's awful to say this in front of a teenage daughter because I probably try and hide it all from her. But I probably think happiness comes if you're littler and feeling, which is awful, to be 44 and still feel like that. But probably I do.
Did you make yourself sick?
Yeah.
Have you ever made yourself sick?
No. Not at all.
No. Ever been tempted? No. What do you think is causing your Is it fair to say anxiety around food? Do you feel nervous about food? Do you feel nervous before food time?
What's all?
Just that I'm anxious about food, that's all.
Okay.
It's all right. What is it that makes you anxious, do you know? Do you remember when it started? I know it's upsetting talking about it. Do you think about it most days in terms of how it makes you feel, or is it just your normal life now?
No, I don't think about it until I actually have to talk about it, and then it makes me upset.
And do you know what are you scared of? What are you anxious about?
It's stupid just that I won't like it, which isn't a bad thing, I know it's not.
Yeah.
But when I actually have it in front of me, I think... Yeah.
This is a huge, huge problem. You know, I mean, you're saying you've got issues with eating. So it's definitely not just you, but it's your age group actually that gets most of these problems. So it is emotional, but don't feel bad, honestly.
Helps.
I think it does. You really don't want to see a teenager have to go through that. You don't want to see anyone go through that, but you wouldn't expect that when I first met her. You know, she's quite smiley, quite chatty. But once you start probing, she's struggling on the inside, and I don't think her family even knew how much she was struggling. I actually think it's a really, really good thing that we did it as a family, because actually it's going to be as a family that they get out of this.
Hoshi's limited diet means she avoids eating out, and she'll only buy her food from a handful of shops.
Do you buy different things when you're here, or is it the same thing?
It's the same thing.
Every time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go and have a look.
2 large sausage rolls, please.
Would you like me to warm them up for you?
Just cold, please.
Okay.
I can taste them already. Sometimes if they change it, I can like taste the difference.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So when they last changed it, what happened?
I kind of tried it and I was like, oh, that's not what I was expecting.
Did you get used to it?
Yeah. And then they changed it back and I was like, oh, I'm glad they've changed it back.
So
But if I knew it was different, I wouldn't buy it.
Should we sit here? Good?
Mm-hmm. As always.
Did you know that your mum had an eating disorder when she was a teenager?
Yeah, but she never really spoke about it in much detail. It was just kind of, like, brushed aside.
So were you hearing stuff this morning from your mum that you never heard before?
Back at home, Rangan wants to know more about Lisa's own history of eating disorders.
I see a lot of similarities between you and Hoshi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing, actually.
But we were on our own for quite a bit as well, because Adam's only been with us the past 5 years, so we are pretty close.
So it was a long time with you
yeah,
guys
it's
were
like
together.
me and her, yeah. And obviously her real father's never been in the picture.
But it's remarkable for me that some of the patterns you were probably showing...
She's showing in her.
She's showing.
Yeah.
And... yeah, I'm just trying to figure that out, because...
And break the cycle, because I wouldn't want her to have that.
No.
That's probably been the only thing I've never wanted her to have. Yet she's ended up with that.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
How does that make you feel?
Awful. When you have children, you just want them to be happy inside and feel good and enjoy life, where I feel obviously she's had that and dealt with it herself, not really told me.
No. That's remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah. I've just probably shielded her.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what else to do.
You never know as a parent, do you?
No,
You're always
I'm
trying to figure
swinging
it out.
it. Yeah.
Every Wednesday, you're trying to figure out what's the
best thing to do.
Best thing to do, and you never know if you've done the right thing.
No.
Rangan gives Hoshi a full health check, as the lack of nutrition in her diet means she's at risk of suffering from fatigue, poor bone density and immune deficiencies.
This will affect the whole of her life. We've got to tackle it now. You know, what, in 2 years she might go to university. How's it going to be then? She's sheltered here now. She's sheltered in school now. Wait till she gets out. And that's a lot of pressure, actually, because she's not really trying to tackle this, and I don't want to botch this up. I really don't want to mess it up.
Rangan researches to find an expert in Hoshi's type of eating disorder.
I'm actually going to take her this morning to see a specialist to see can we get a diagnosis and can we get some more specific guidance in terms of how I can help her going forward. She's a clinical psychologist and she's used to seeing loads of patients who've got anxiety around food like you do. Nerve-wracking?
A little bit.
Yeah, I thought she looks a little bit nervous.
But I'll be okay. Yeah. But I've got thick skin.
Rangan has brought her to see Dr Liz-Shea.
So I heard you might have brought some of your foods with you. Can we put them out on the table and I can have a look at them? Anything else that you would normally have for your tea?
Like chicken nuggets.
Yep.
Which sounds like really boring, but I know I'll always enjoy it. So.
Yeah. Is it boring to you?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Do you get bored of your foods?
Really bored of them.
Yeah. Okay, that's really common with people. Yeah, you're doing really well. That's really common with people I see, Hoshi, okay? Almost everyone I talk to says the same thing. This is the sort of foods that people bring to show me all the time. I'm going to show you something else. So these are the sorts of categories that we see in the pattern of eating that Hoshi has, okay? There's your beige carbohydrates.
This is so weird.
Isn't it?
I'm just speechless. That's like all the foods that I could eat.
Mm. Yeah. I hope that makes you feel like you're not on your own with it, Hoshi, yeah? Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, so...
These are happy tears now.
Good.
We're going through all types of tears.
I'm going to show you this as well. A new label that we have for the pattern of eating that Hoshi has. It's called Avoidant and Restrictive Food Intake Disorder. We call it RFID for short. It's a lot easier to say that, okay. So at what point did this range of food start to get smaller?
Starting school.
Okay.
I let her have packed lunch.
Brilliant.
See, now I don't know if that was brilliant or not because it was maybe because I know the dinner ladies knew that Hoshi wouldn't really eat these dinners and...
I think what you're actually asking me is, did I do anything wrong?
And could I have helped it?
Yes,
yeah.
And I don't think there's anything you could have done to prevent it.
Right, okay.
It would be really good to have a clear understanding of what we can all do to start moving on.
Choose 2 new foods. For babies, very small babies, they only need to try a food once or twice and they'll learn to like it. When you're 16 or over, you might have to try it as many as 10 to 14 times. It's the second taste that's the hardest, not the first one. Because the second one, you've got a bit of a sense of what it's going to be like and you might have to work a bit harder. Yeah, take the foods.
Bye.
See you now, bye-bye.
I feel like we've got so much more like to work with and know what we're doing and where to go with it and stuff.
Yeah. How do you feel, Hoshi?
Yeah, exactly the same. It's nice to actually know that there's people out there like me.
But I think Hoshi now, she's got a few days, I think, just to let it settle in. I hope she comes up with these 2 foods. Can we try a new food? Not once, but maybe 3, 4, 5 times, and maybe gets that magic 10 to 14 times when it actually goes from being a novelty food to actually being in her diet. Yeah, so I'm very hopeful at the moment, very hopeful.
It's been a week since Kiki began his elimination diet, and he's starting to get used to it.
So the doctor said I should eliminate wheat and dairy. So I'm gonna make a chorizo omelette. I'm being good.
But he's still not losing much weight. Rangan is researching possible causes of Kiki's obesity.
Hello, Professor Spector. I'm looking after an 11-year-old.
He's been exploring the latest research about the bacteria that lives in our gut, known as the microbiome.
The sense that there is something more at play here than just diet and exercise.
Certainly getting a profile would see whether he's got a normal-looking microbiome compared to the average population.
Hey, how you doing?
But to test this theory, Rangan needs to ask Kiki for another, more intimate sample.
The composition of the bugs in here, in your gut, in my gut, in your gut, in everyone's gut, can have a big impact on someone's weight. I want to get an analysis done of Kiki's gut, which basically is a stool test, and see if it gives us some answers.
That would be so great if you can help him.
Kiki will need to collect a stool sample once a day for 3 days.
8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so first test done. Kiki's.
Felt weird.
Yeah. Don't think that's a profession we want to take up.
No.
While Rangan waits to find out Kiki's gut bacteria results, he turns his attention to Dad Mark and his chronic back pain.
Hi, James.
Rangan has brought Mark to see movement and back specialist James Jowsey.
James, this is Mark. Mark, James. First of all, we're going to go through your sporting history.
I was doing a lot of athletics. I eventually went on a school trip and popped my right knee out of socket.
Right, OK. Let me write that.
Yeah, I couldn't bend my knee properly. I think at one stage it could only go that far.
A broken leg when he was just 5 and a damaged right knee could be the cause of Mark's back pain.
So he's lost range of motion in that leg. As soon as we stand him on the right leg, he's
just like that.
Your pain's down the left, but your left is being used more. You've got 2 legs. Let's have 2 players rather than one player. Right, first exercise of the day. What we want to do is I want you to get to your point where your hip has this range.
Yeah.
Through targeted repetitive exercises, it's possible to retrain our muscles and limbs and change years of bad habits and alleviate pain.
His foot's better, but it's definitely better. Yeah.
Appreciate everything.
Down to you now, mate.
Definitely.
Down to you.
But treating Mark's back pain is only part of the solution. Rangan has discovered worrying results from the saliva sample which measured Mark's stress levels.
So, if you remember, when you did the saliva test, you did it at 4 times during the day. The idea is to give me a snapshot of what your stress hormone cortisol is doing. I want to see it at around 20 in the morning. Yours is 43, okay? That's really, really high. And to put it in context for you, this graph only goes up to 35. So this is actually up here, but the graph's got no room for it. I haven't actually seen one in the last 2 years where every single level is high.
Oh, really?
And I do this test a lot.
Yay. Okay. All right.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah? So I'm saying to you that your body is chronically stressed.
Okay. I don't pay attention to me in that way. I don't care. I know it's a negative thing to say, but I don't care about how I feel. As long as my wife, my kids are cool, I'm not bothered. So I can't really say I really pay that much attention. I know there's times that I'm unhappy or there's times that I feel slightly depressed, but I have to get on with it because it's all about my family.
You say you need to work for your family. I get that. I need to work for my family. I understand that. But if this keeps going, I'm foreseeing a time in the not too distant future where you won't be able to work for your family. And then who looks after them then? So, are you okay?
No. No. I don't know what more to do. It is stress of the family, it is stress of money, you know, it is stress.
I'm not saying everything's going to magically disappear, right? I can't remove your anxiety. I can't remove your financial situation. I can't do that.
Yeah.
But what I can do is help you manage it, help you switch off from it, help you do things around it so that you've got more energy, you're sleeping better. Maybe you can get you out of pain. Are you okay?
Yeah, my head's spinning.
That's it.
Yeah, my head's spinning.
Actually, giving yourself time can actually help you give others time. And I really see that with you. You need to give yourself something you love. You need to carve out some time for you. And I think that will allow you to give more to your family.
To tackle Mark's stress, Rangan wants him to try a relaxation technique that combines controlled breathing with his love of martial arts.
Okay, follow me.
Tai Chi is a martial art originating in China over 700 years ago. It's sometimes called moving meditation, as it focuses on gentle flowing physical movements and the control of the breath, both of which are proven to help stress.
back pain, look at your feet and check, make it straight. Relax here, here stronger. There's a yin, yang. We use the yin yang series. Yes, that's okay. Relax. This is very important.
I thoroughly enjoy that one.
Oh, fantastic.
I understand how it can be very relaxing, even though you're trying to concentrate, but you still feel quite relaxed, knowing that, you know, you're going through a very slow motion and it's very controlled, and I really enjoyed that.
Let's see if we can come up with a plan for a daily practice.
In the Wirral, Rangan is tackling Hoshi's eating disorder. He's following the advice of the psychologist and trying to move Hoshi away from sausage rolls and chicken.
When was the last time you were in fruit and veg shop?
I don't think I've ever been in a fruit veg shop.
Really?
Don't really go food shopping with my family. They kind of just go and then bring stuff back.
So they bring back stuff.
Hoshi food.
Yeah.
One of the first steps the psychologist suggested is to touch and smell different foods.
Is there anything in particular you think, you know what, I wonder what that tastes like?
Watermelon.
Watermelon? Right, it's a pick, you know.
So, get it?
Yeah, you get it, absolutely.
Oh.
What is it about it?
I think it's the fact it smells really sweet.
It smells sweet?
Yeah. Well, like, I wouldn't really know, like those, they just look dirty. Is that maybe, like I know you wash them, but they just look gross.
Okay, so I think you're right.
That is crazy in front of me, isn't it? Like, it looks cool, but I don't know how you'd eat it.
After an hour in the market, Hoshi has chosen a bag full of new foods that she wants to try.
I never thought we'd come out with 7 new foods.
Me neither.
Hoshi may be trying to please me. Hoshi may be aware that, you know, this doctor's here, he's trying to help me. I'm going to say all the right things. I don't think that's happening here, but I've got to be aware and alert to that possibility. But I don't know, it gives me a lot of hope, actually. I reckon I can get her eating this week. I really do. Why don't you see if at least once this week you can have one of those foods, maybe once or twice or 3, you know, as many times as you can. So I don't mind if I come back in 7 days and you say, yeah, I just couldn't do it. That's okay. That's cool, right? I don't want you to do it out of an obligation to me. Do it if you want to do it, if you feel it.
Yeah, I think I do, because I've actually gone out and picked them myself. It kind of feels like exciting to try them.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but...
I really do think you can do it.
I think I can too.
Yeah. I think you're stronger than you think, and I think you can do it. I think this is the chance to do it. If I'm going to help Hoshi, I need to look at the whole household. Because Hoshi's mum, Lisa, she used to have bulimia, she has diet shakes for breakfast, and actually she's always had a really difficult relationship with food. At the moment in this house, food is surrounded by anxiety and stress. If I can make it a pleasurable experience, it's going to help all of them, not just Lisa, but Hoshi as well. So I brought a book for you to help you, just to give you a bit of guidance, okay, in terms of recipes and things like that. What you can have as much as you want is sort of good quality meats, good quality fish, good quality eggs, okay?
Yeah.
Fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds. And there's no calorie control on this.
Okay.
At all. Okay, because I know you've had issues with food and weight and all that kind of stuff before.
Yeah.
You can eat as much of this as you want, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay? And you won't put weight on.
All right.
Right? Because it's about the quality of the food that you're having rather than what calories.
Probably where I've only just ever looked at food as will it make me fat or will it make me thin?
Yeah.
Never beneficial.
Ideally, I'd love you guys to sit here and eat together.
Yeah.
Ideally, not eating in front of the telly. That can really help get you back into food, really nourishing your body. Maybe Hoshi might join you the odd time, maybe.
Yeah.
I think with Hoshi, we've got a very individual case. And although my instinct is to throw you into something altogether, I think I've just got to make sure I'm careful with Hoshi.
It's not too uncomfortable for her all in one go.
Yeah.
Over the next week, Lisa leaps headfirst into her new diet.
Really getting into it now. I'm making a chilli. The
This morning I was up quite early. I made some breakfast muffins, and then after I've done this, I'm going to be making a chicken dish. All right, you've been having fresh fruit. All good.
You done, Nigella?
Done, Nigella.
Hi, I just thought I'd check in. I'm actually going to put some dinner in.
Hoshi is sticking to what she knows best.
It's just a load of chicken nuggets, which is boring, but I know I'll enjoy it, so yeah.
But Lisa keeps on trying to tempt her.
We've got the cucumber, in case you want to try. We've got some plums, got a pomegranate. In that top one, there'll be like loads of mixed fruit already done, cut up ready. So have you thought about trying anything new? You've not tried anything yet?
No, it's just not really come up.
Well, like when I've asked you, you've been quite short about it, as if... So
like,
I've not known.
It feels like you keep getting on me and it just makes me not want to.
I've only asked a few times, and
You've
then
not,
as soon as
you've
you
not.
say, I just say when I'm out shopping, oh, do you want to think about
No,
stuff?
it'd be like we're in the car, like coming home from school, and I'll be tired, and you'll be like, "What have you been thinking about this? Have you think about that?" And it makes me not want to do it.
Okay. Probably the best plan is now the agreement between me and you. I won't mention it.
Yeah.
You say to me, "Oh, Mum, I might have, I think I might want to try whatever it is, X, Y, or Z." Then you can tell me if you either want me to pick it up or you want me to take you to go and pick it yourself.
That's what I wanted.
You're totally in control of it then now. And I'll just do what you kind of say.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Yeah,
do you want a bit of chicken?
No.
No?
All right.
Hi!
Guys. So how are you guys getting on?
Really good.
Hey, brilliant.
Absolutely love cooking. Like...
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey, Rangan.
So have you managed to try any yet or not yet?
No, not yet.
No. Okay.
I've not really been thinking about it too much. We've had this discussion with my mum, like...
Have you?
The fact I've kind of felt like she's been pressuring me.
Oh, really?
I think Lisa's putting a lot of pressure on Hoshi without realising it. And actually it's stopping Hoshi from trying new foods. So I've got an idea that may just help. Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi!
I invite you guys to close your eyes. Okay, you can open your eyes now.
Oh my God.
Do you know what these are?
No.
Crickets, edible bugs, insects. You okay? You look a bit sort of...
It's just disgusting, really.
So you wouldn't eat it?
No, never.
It's amazing, the body language in many of you has changed. You've closed up a bit, you've sat back and you're just really looking uncomfortable. Is that the sort of thing you would eat?
No.
Why not?
Because it's unknown.
Yeah, I backed away as well. Yeah.
Because it's unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hoshi, is that a fair reflection of how you feel?
Yeah, exactly how I feel. But it's about normal foods, not maggots.
A lot of people would freak out when they saw this food, right?
Yeah.
But Hoshi feels similar to that with everyday foods.
And when we say, just put it in your mouth, just try it.
It'd be like, just be
actually
like,
not
oh, just...
Yeah, it's just like saying,
like,
go on,
oh,
Lee,
it's just a
pick that up.
cricket. I'd be like...
Put it in your mouth, but
Yeah.
then the thought of me putting that in my mouth, but maybe I should, because I'm asking my daughter to do something.
Yeah.
Go on, have one.
Oh, you don't.
Do it.
Delicious.
Big boon. See, now, I'm doing what I say to host, don't do.
Yeah.
Why are you smelling it? Why?
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm not mentally prepared to put that in my mouth. And I get it now, Min, because my heart is... Although I'm trying to be dead calm and be like a role model, my heart's beating.
It's
And I
horrible,
feel,
isn't it?
yeah, it's awful. How you do it is beyond me. Would you like me to eat this so I know?
Not particularly, but it's all right.
Yeah.
If you want to experience what it's like, yeah, go. I think...
You're like shaking.
You not even look. No.
Oh.
What's it like?
I can honestly say it's not as bad as holding it.
Exactly. That's whenever,
It's
like...
that step of...
Completely. Because I'll try foods and I like them. It's just actually having it in my hand and, like, seeing it on my plate and having
And
to
the
actually do
build-up.
that. Yeah.
But I felt that, and to know that you do that every day, hats off to your kid. Because I know how it is, it's brave. It's brave, Hosh.
I'm not putting you guys on the spot, but would any of you two have any of this? No way. Actually, a bit nervous about how pale you're looking with this in front of you. Honestly, I don't know. Is this the first time that the people around you have actually
Understood properly, yeah. Because they can be like, oh yeah, you're just nervous about trying it, but it's more than that. Yeah, it's like having that on my plate every day. I couldn't put it any better myself.
That was critical. For her mum to see that, I think that's quite hard for a mum, you know. I think there's a bit of guilt there. There doesn't need to be guilt there, but I think there is a bit of guilt there. She was welling up because that's what her daughter has been going through for over 10 years.
Rangan has worked hard with Hoshi, teaching her to pick up and smell different food and helping her friends and family understand her condition. But he's still struggling to get her to eat something new, so he's asked her to return to see Dr Liz-Shea.
The thing to remember is that our food, is caused by these sensory hypersensitivities, and those are things that Hoshi's had her whole life, and they probably won't go away, okay, because that's just you and your makeup. So it's finding a way around those, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why, it doesn't just disappear.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger really high. So what you have to do...
Dr Shea is teaching Hoshi a technique called food visualization, where imagining food brings you one step closer to eating it.
And in this room, because you're feeling safe and calm and relaxed, you'll be able to eat if you want to. And perhaps you brought some foods with you. Maybe they're foods that you eat and enjoy. Maybe there's even 1 or 2 foods that you haven't tried before. 3, 2, 1. So, did you eat something?
I did, and it wasn't yellow.
Ah, what?
It was
What
an egg.
An egg?
A fried egg.
A fried egg? I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. Like, we went in my dream world and I tried an egg. I know it'll help me try stuff in real life.
Wow.
Rangan has the results of Kiki's gut bacteria test. He hopes it holds the secret to why Kiki is obese and his insulin levels are so dangerously high.
How you doing, Doc? Hey, good to see you. I've got some new information for you, some results for you. You know about our liver, our heart, kidneys, our brain.
Our skin.
Our skin, exactly. But not many people think about our gut bugs. Yeah. Inside us, inside our guts, live trillions of bugs. Yeah. And actually they've evolved with us over millions of years. And the balance of those bugs is critical for many things in our body. Our mood, how our gut is, maybe our skin, but also our weight.
Rangan believes these gut bugs may help decide how much of our food is turned into fat and how much is used as energy. And the more varied bugs, the better.
These beans inside represent your gut bugs. What I want to see is a gut that looks like this. We want to see it all the way up here with lots of diversity. Kiki, your results are down here.
That's crazy. How comes he has no bugs?
In some people, a single course of antibiotics can cause this in some people. The diet impacts this. There's all kinds of things. Stress levels impact this.
Rangan thinks that having a smaller variety of gut bugs may mean Kiki's body is less efficient at processing fat.
The fastest way you can get from that to that is with food. The more diverse the food you're eating, the more diverse your gut bugs. So look at these red foods that you've got here.
Rangan wants Kiki to grow a variety of gut bugs through a daily rainbow diet of colourful fruit and veg.
Strawberries, beetroots, cherries, cranberries, guava, red peppers.
Tomatoes, watermelon, guava, carrot.
Every day, can you get every colour of the rainbow in?
In addition to the rainbow, he wants Kiki to focus on specific foods.
There's a study which showed that 2 apples a day, 2 weeks, change the composition of your gut dramatically. But there's a way of actually cooking it. I'm going to show you now.
Cook it.
Yeah, you can have it every day, and that in itself will start to make these changes.
Increasing the fibre from fruit and veg may enable Kiki's gut bacteria to produce beneficial compounds that could help him lose weight.
So it's not 1 apple a day?
It's 2 apples.
It's 2 apples a day, exactly.
That keeps the doctor away, hopefully.
You can add raisins or sultanas. And then these and apples can spike your blood sugar a bit. So that's why we give cinnamon. Because cinnamon helps reduce that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you can just eat an apple, right? But actually, we find that when you heat it, it releases a lot of these compounds quicker.
Okay.
And that's the point, really, of heating it. Yeah.
Rangan is also using targeted nutritional supplements to supercharge the process.
You can put the skin to the side. Good?
Doc, are you going to try some?
Yeah, love some.
This is good. Just tastes like baked apples.
Next time, do you reckon I can see that all filled in?
Yeah. It's got to be very competitive and very difficult, but just a little bit of encouragement and I'll be there.
I think that went really well. Kiki's up for it, you know. I think he's seen it as a bit of a competition. And if that's what it needs to get him to do it, I'm okay with that.
Two months ago, the Garrett family was struggling with their food. Lisa lived off diet shakes for breakfast, and 16-year-old Hoshi was limited to just 7 foods.
Do you want me to get up extra early and make you a bacon roll?
No.
Hey!
How you doing?
I'm good, how you doing?
Some breakfast?
Breakfast sounds good, yeah, brilliant.
Banana pancakes?
Yeah. Not the diet shake anymore?
No. Just pancakes made with just banana and fresh eggs from the farmer's market.
Right.
That's it.
Let's
the
do
only
it.
ingredients. Let's go.
It's proper food with
breakfast.
proper nutrients.
I like breakfast.
I can't tell you how happy I am to hear you say that.
I know.
You like breakfast.
I like breakfast. It's like probably my favourite meal.
That is so
Because I just
great.
think, I'm getting up and I'm ready for something.
But what a turnaround.
I know. Breakfast, dinner, tea. We don't think like that now. We just think, it's time to give your body something good. It's just about food and nutrition, and it doesn't matter how you eat it or when you eat it, as long as it's doing you good.
Yeah.
It's like...
There's such a big change from a few weeks ago, what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Rangan wants to know if Hoshi has introduced any new foods into her diet.
So Hoshi, I thought we might try and just see if we can piece together what's in your diet now compared to the start.
I can't think.
Well, you can
think.
help, yeah.
Yeah.
So she has southern fried spicy chicken.
And then that's on the bone, and then I have it off the bone as well.
She has different bread rolls and croissants.
So it's like kind of...
Yeah, brioche, normal bread rolls, like a sub roll. Chapatis. She's had a pancake. Didn't you? That Adam done, yeah.
That's a new food, isn't it?
Yeah. Different duck. We used to only have one type of duck, but now she'll have a different duck, won't you? With pancakes. You've had watermelon, you had cucumber.
You don't know about this, but with Jem, like dried cranberries.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow, how was that?
Really nice.
Was that at school?
Yeah.
Pomegranate. You've had pomegranate?
Yeah. This is more than 7.
This is a lot more than 7. I mean, and I suspect there's more there.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I just can't remember.
Just on your first pass, I put 12 different things down.
Yeah.
So add that onto the 7 of last time. You know, you're pretty much 19, 20 foods compared to 7 at the start.
Kind of proud of myself.
Yeah, it's a big change, that. I'm pretty sure soon that, you know, we'll you know...
Fill a whole book.
Fill a whole book, exactly. Fill a whole book.
To celebrate Hoshi's growing appetite for new foods, everyone heads out for lunch.
I'm going to get the all-American chicken burger.
It's quite a quick decision.
Yeah. I saw it in an interview and thought, that.
That's really good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Because we're not saying, can we have a side order of goujons to make it like a meal?
Cheers.
And then another medium with our salad.
Ploughing through that. Is it that good?
Yeah, it's amazing. Do you like it?
Is it? I mean, can you remember the last time you guys went out and it was a stress-free experience?
Never.
It's never happened?
No.
This is the first time?
Yeah, first time.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's fab.
I can see the smile sort of coming out,
Yeah.
even not from your mouth,
I'm
it's coming out from everywhere.
I'm trying to be like
contain
cool and like laid back about it, but yeah, it's amazing. Really, really good. So proud of her.
I think Lisa and Hoshi are on the right road now. Yeah, Hoshi's done a lot of hard work, but at the same time, I think Lisa changing her relationship with food is actually impacting Hoshi. And that's what I always say to people. You've got to make changes as a family. Try and do these things in isolation, no chance. You've got to all get on board, all do it together. You can see you get results like this.
8 weeks ago, when Rangan first met the Phillips family, they were struggling with their diet and lifestyle.
2, 3, 4.
What's it like watching these guys again?
I love it. I love seeing them doing stuff together.
Feel like different people.
Definitely.
It's pretty...
Hoping that the scales will tell us the truth later.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mark's back pain is feeling significantly better, and he's able to start doing mixed martial arts with Kiki again.
Yeah, look at the smiles on their faces.
It's just so nice to see, isn't it?
But the bigger issue is Kiki and his weight. Rangan first met him when he was over 11 stone.
Well, what do you reckon? Should we do the weight?
Yes, please.
Time to get on there.
I need to see if it says fat or not.
Last time you were 11 stone 1. Everyone was really worried how much that was. It was pretty much the same weight as your mum. And I think that alarmed all of you.
Yeah.
Your new weight is 9 stone 7.
No. What?
So that's pretty much a stone and a half.
Well done, Kiki.
Get out here, Doc.
And
I'm not kidding you.
Are you serious?
and
Deadly serious.
and what's the
Same
average
machine
weight?
as last time. You can visually see a change.
That's good.
That's not good. That is just fantastic.
That's crazy.
I've rarely seen stuff like that.
That's amazing.
Kiki, seriously, come on. That is just super good.
That's good.
We're closing.
Kiki's weight is down, but it's his insulin level that's most important for his health.
What do you think? Do you think it'll be good?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
All right, I'll tell you what they are. So your initial insulin was 32.6, okay? Your new insulin's 10.
What? Okay, so
Do you know how good that is?
That's so good.
That's pretty much
oh
normal.
my gosh, that's fabulous.
That means your body is needing just a little bit of insulin to do basic functions. That's the way it should be.
That's good.
Put it there, son. Hey, feel good?
Yes.
Because he was an active kid, right?
Yeah.
He was already an active kid. So I was thinking, well, hold on, he's active. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And the diet...
Football, swimming,
Basketball.
You okay?
basketball, even just walking with me to work. Walking to Halsden, not taking the bus, walking back. Because we walk a lot. If we didn't have Doc, can you imagine? We would have just gone on.
I would have been diabetic.
That's just crazy.
You want some tissue?
Oh, I'm good.
You okay?
We did it. But we did it as a family, but it's just good.
I'm chuffed. I'm really, really pleased. What Kiki has done in under 2 months is frankly phenomenal. You know, I don't think I've had that kind of response from a child before. And yeah, really makes you feel good, you know, makes you feel good as a doctor, as a person, but as a dad myself, that feels fantastic. You know, everyone's excited about the weight, I get that, because that's the headline news, isn't it? But actually, what makes me happier, he was on the road to getting type 2 diabetes. And he's not anymore. It's really that stark. And that's not going to have just consequences for now, the way he feels today, and what happens at secondary school. If he can keep it up, this is going to have consequences for the rest of his life.
Hello.
Hello.
Next time, Rangan tries to help a mother and daughter
I obviously can't go on like this, can I?
who are battling the same life-threatening issue.
Probably puts you at high risk of early death.
Hellish, 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 hellish.
And he tries to help a lady who lives with extreme pain and exhaustion.
I think this fear is holding you back.
Please don't turn it into this is because I'm mentally fearful.